So now we are going to study the different components, different parts of the female reproductive system. Yes. Now this is the female reproductive system, which is consisting of the primary and the secondary sex organs. So these structures which I have formed here, these are going to represent the primary sex organs. In the primary sex organs in the female reproductive system is represented by pair of ovaries. So these structures which I have formed here, they are going to represent primary sex organs, that is the pair of ovaries. After the ovaries, you can see this tube-like structure. Yes, the pair of tubes, you can see here, the pair of tubes which I have formed here, they are going to represent the fallopian tubes. Yes, fallopian tubes. Now these two fallopian tubes, they lead into a pear-shaped structure. This pear-shaped structure, this is known as uterus. Uterus. The lower part of the uterus, that is this one, the lowermost part of the uterus, this is known as cervix. Yes, this part, this is known as cervix. Now the cervix, it is opening into this canal. Cervix is opening into this canal. This canal is going to represent the vagina. So these are the different components of the female reproductive system, in which these ovaries, they are going to represent the primary sex organs, and rest of the parts, they are part of the secondary sex organs. So after labeling these components, now we have to discuss the function of each and every part. Now what is the function of the ovaries? The ovaries, they result in the formation of the egg. They result in the production of the ovum. Now, in the female, as the girl is born, in the girl's ovary there is presence of thousands of immature eggs. As the girl is born, in the girl ovary there is presence of thousands of immature eggs, But on reaching the puberty, now these eggs, this ovum, they will start maturing. Yes, on reaching the puberty, now these eggs, these ovum, they will start maturing. Every month only one egg is matured. Every month only one ovum is matured, and this is going to be performed by these ovaries in an alternate manner. Yes, what do you mean by that? It means if left hand side ovary, it will form the egg 1 month. Then the second month, the egg is formed by the right hand side ovary. It means the mature eggs, they are formed by these ovaries in an alternate fashion, alternate manner. So let's write this information. Primary sex organs. Primary sex organs, they are represented by the pair of ovaries. Pair of ovaries, and what is their function? The function is that they are involved in the production of eggs. They are involved in the formation of eggs. So, as the girl is born, in the ovary, in the ovaries, there is presence of thousands of immature eggs. Thousands of immature eggs, but on reaching the puberty, now one egg every month it will get mature. On reaching puberty, only one egg every month. Each month gets mature. And this is going to happen in an alternate fashion, which we have already discussed. What that means? It means that gametogenesis, egg formation, in the case of the female, it starts in the embryonic stages. But what about the male? In the male, the gametogenesis, it will start on reaching the puberty. This is clear or not? In the female, the gametogenesis will start. It will start in the embryonic stages. But in the male, the gametogenesis will start on reaching the puberty. Now after the ovaries, yes. Now we have to discuss the fallopian tube. Now you can see this part of the fallopian tube, it is expanded. It is expanded. It is going to be having the funnel-like shape. It will have funnel-like shape. And what is the function of this part? This part will receive the egg from the ovary and passes it to the fallopian tube. Yes. What is the function? It receives the egg from the ovary and passes it into the fallopian tube. So let's write the function of the fallopian tube. Yes, after the primary sex organs, now the secondary one. Fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes, they receive the egg. receives the mature egg and pass the mature egg further into the fallopian tube. After the fallopian tube, you can see this structure, that is the uterus. This is the uterus. This is the lining of the uterus. The lining of uterus is thick. It is highly vascular and glandular, and this lining, it is known as endometrium. So this is lining of the uterus, highly vascular. Highly glandular, and this lining, it is known as endometrium. So let's write this information about the uterus. Uterus, pear-shaped organ. The lining is thick, vascular, glandular, and this lining, it is known as endometrium. Right? Now the uterus, it works like a womb. Uterus works like a womb. What do you mean by womb? That it is at this place, the embryo will develop. Embryo will show the growth, and after the growth results in the formation of the baby. So why it is known as womb? It is the place where the embryo is going to develop and results in the formation of the baby. Womb, because here development of embryo, development of fetus will occur. Now after the uterus, now this part, this canal which is known as vagina. The vagina is going to perform two functions. One, it works like copulatory canal, and second, it works like birth canal. The next part, vagina, it will perform two functions, copulatory canal and birth canal. Now what do you mean by copulatory canal? Vagina is the site where millions of sperms, millions of male gametes, they are released through the copulatory organ, that is the penis. So vagina will receive millions of sperms through the copulatory organ. That's why it is known as the copulatory canal. Vagina receives sperms through copulatory organ of male. It is also going to function like birth canal. It is going to act like a passage. It is a passage for the birth of the baby. It is a passage for the birth of the baby. That's why it is known as birth canal. It is passage for the birth of baby. So the different components of the female reproductive system, they are very much clear to you. Now the male gamete has been formed, female gamete has been formed. Now it's the time for the fusion of the gametes. It means now we have to study the fertilization.